We waste water in ways that you can't imagine.
Does this completely modernize dishwashing?
Every housewife in the land will answer, yes.
The American dream of the 1950s was to have all the modern conveniences.
And just think of the thousands of hours that your hands don't have to soak in dishwater.
Washers, disposals, and dishwashers, all running on unlimited supplies of water.
In fact, the more dishes you have, the more time you save.
Today, the average American family of 4 uses 300 gallons of water a day. Enough to fill this bathtub 20 times. In Tucson, Arizona, at the Casa del Agua, or House of Water, a conventional home has been retrofitted with water-saving devices to see just how much an average family could save. Glenn and Catherine France have lived here for 10 years, raising their family and monitoring every drop of water.
Here at the Casa del Agua house, we use about half of what a typical home uses. That water is the potable water that I'm talking about. We also use water that is harvested from the roof, which is rainwater, and we use gray water, which is the water from the kitchen sinks, the bathtub, the shower, and the washing machine.
Fixtures have been equipped with low-flow shower heads and faucets. Recycled gray water and rainwater collected from the roof irrigate the family's xeriscape garden. Studies show that the best way to save water indoors is to replace the old 6-gallon per flush toilet with a new 1.6-gallon model, saving 21 gallons per person per day.
Low water use toilets have been used here 10 years ago. And as a result of the research that we did here on those toilets, local plumbing codes have been adopted, and now the national standard has been adopted for the use of the 1.6 gallon per flush toilets.
Casa del Agua is just one example of innovative programs around the world that are proving conservation can make a big difference. But households use only 10% of water worldwide, and industries claim only 25%. Agriculture uses the greatest share, 65% worldwide, and even more here in the Southwest.
A desert wasteland from which the bustling metropolis of Los Angeles was built. How, you ask? From water, imported water. So engineers have designed an ingenious way to import water from the mighty Colorado River to quench the thirst of this area's growing population. So now Southern California can rest assured that it will remain the golden land of opportunity and oranges.
Today, California uses more than its legal share of the Colorado. Someday it may have to give up that water. So more and more, California is looking toward conservation.
Historically, we've viewed water conservation as something that we do in the middle of a drought. And once the drought is over, we forget about it. It can't be that way anymore. Water conservation can make a tremendous difference. The water system, if you will, is probably the most inefficient system we have for any resource.
In California's Imperial Valley, irrigation water from the Colorado River is brought in by canals managed by the Bureau of Reclamation and paid for by U.S. taxpayers. No. Farming here is a billion-dollar business, and farmers get their water practically free. All they pay is the cost of delivery. Dating back to the 19th century, water rights in this valley are tied to the land. Since water is so cheap, there has been little incentive to invest in conservation.
The Imperial Irrigation District slurps up about a quarter of the Colorado River, maybe 20% of it, to irrigate 400,000 acres of land. Very permeable land in a scorching climate, so very high water demand. Now, a lot of people have complained about that for a long time as perhaps the ultimate example of inefficiency. The IID now is beginning to think about selling some of its water to Los Angeles. And I personally think that's a good idea. Los Angeles is really paying for the efficiency improvements and then paying for the water as well.
Like this pump-back system that recaptures surface runoff, paid for by the Metropolitan Water District of Southern California. MWD gets to keep the water saved, and the farmer gets to keep the system. In new water marketing deals, farmers are beginning to sell their water to cities like San Diego. It's a good way for thirsty cities to find new supplies. But it can create windfall profits for landowners selling water that's been subsidized at taxpayer expense. The billionaire Bass Brothers of Texas recently bought 30,000 acres here and hope to market some of the water that goes with their land.
We've got to stop giving away water as if it was a free good. You have farmers wasting water, and you have millions of people who need additional water supplies. Well, it doesn't take a genius to figure out that it's going to be, in a very short period of time, someday we're going to have a vote about this.
Agriculture accounts for the lion's share of the world's water, and a very large share, on the order of 80 to 85% in most of the western U.S. So this is really the biggest pool of water that we have. Saving even a tiny share of water in agriculture can free up a lot of water to meet new urban needs.
Cities like Los Angeles are looking for ways to reduce the water they use and to reclaim and reuse water before they dispose of it. The Metropolitan Water District works with local groups like Mothers of East Los Angeles to encourage residents to install low-flow toilets. Started by Juana Gutierrez, the organization is now run by her daughter, Elsa Lopez.
We have given approximately about 85,000 toilets, and that will be a savings of 7.6 billion gallons of water a year.
People bring in their old water-guzzling toilets and exchange them for the new low-flow models. Residents benefit by saving on their water bills. And the Mothers of East LA get $25 for each old-fashioned toilet they collect for the city. The crushed toilets become roadbeds for freeways. The new toilets save the city 8 million gallons a day.
We're really excited about having the water conservation program and the results that have come from it, saving all those gallons of water and saving the community money and bringing in jobs for them.